Hey jumpers and future jumpers, Crossrope athlete Jenica here to talk about how to jump rope. If you are just getting started on your jump rope journey, you need to start with a jump rope. So how do you choose what rope will be best to get you going as you learn how to jump rope? Well, I would like to recommend a rope with some weight to it. So you could go with your classic old school beaded rope, just like you maybe had growing up as a kid. Those beads on the cable give it some weight. And another great option, and my favorite to recommend to new jumpers, is the half-pound rope from Crossrope. It is a great balance of weighted rope without being so heavy that it's hard to use. So that weight in the cable gives you great feel. You know where the rope's going as it rotates around you, and that feedback allows you to figure out your timing and rhythm as you start learning how to jump rope. And that weight also adds a little bit of resistance, allowing you to turn the rope slower so you can focus on your jump mechanics as you learn. Once you've got your rope, it's time to learn how to jump. So let's start with the actual jump part. It's kind of a misnomer because you don't have to jump really high into the air. You only have to jump high enough to clear your rope, which is not very high at all. So an inch or two is plenty. You can keep jumping rope a very low impact form of cardio exercise. So we are going to bound on the balls of our feet with some bend to our knees to help absorb that shock and spring back up, but we are on the balls of our feet. So our heels are up off the ground and we are bounding straight up and down, lightly on the balls of our feet, trying to keep our feet nice and quiet, just pressing those feet into the floor, bounding straight up and down. And remember, as you add in the rope, one jump, one turn. Now with our hands, if you want to maximize the efficiency of your swing, you want to bring those arms in close to your sides. You're gonna have some bend in your elbows. Some people like to say 90 degrees, some don't like them quite that bent. Find where it's comfortable for you and gives you the smoothest rotation. So there are definitely proper jump rope form tips, but there is also some personalization. It needs to work for you. So you can experiment a little bit, find out what works best for you, but think arms in close to the side, elbows a little bit bent and a little bit behind your body line, while your hands are slightly in front of your body line. Now some jumpers like their hands out to the sides more, some like to keep them in closer. I like to keep my hands in nice and close to my sides, about down by my hips with those hands slightly in front of my body line, and that allows me to use a shorter rope so I can spin it quicker. Now if you're just beginning, you don't want to go with the shortest rope possible. You want a little bit of extra length to give you some room for error, but as you progress, you might find that you need to shorten your rope, and that is totally normal. So arms in close to the side, some bend in the elbow, and hands somewhere between here and here, down by our hips though, and we're rotating that rope with our wrists. So here we go. Let's try some jumping. Bounding lightly on the balls of our feet, turning that rope with our wrist, keeping those arms nice and close to our sides. And when we jump, we are standing up tall. We are happy to be jumping and we are proud jumpers. So we want a nice straight back. We want our head up. We want to look straight ahead. We don't want to stare down at the floor. We don't want to stare up at the ceiling. We want to help our breathing continue throughout working out. So tipping that head way back or tucking it way under isn't going to help. So a nice straight posture, straight spine, looking straight ahead, chest up nice and tall, but we don't want to arch our back and we don't want to be hunched over. Again, think nice and tall. One other thing, how to hold your handles with a lighter rope like this half-pound rope. Even though it is a weighted rope, it is still a lighter rope, and the half-pound rope comes with these slim handles from Crossrope. And you're going to use a nice light handshake grip on those handles. Got that nice ergonomic curve in there. You can put that index finger in that curve, and just like you are shaking somebody's hand, you want it to be nice and firm so they know you're there, but you don't want to try to break their hand. So we are not trying to squeeze these handles into pieces. Nice and firm so they don't fly out of our hands, but don't over squeeze them. We don't want to wear out our grip and waste energy there. And don't forget to be patient with yourself. It takes time to learn, whether you are brand new to jumping or maybe you jumped some as a kid. Either way, it's new as an adult. It takes time to learn, and you have to practice and be patient with yourself as you learn and reach out for help. So hopefully these tips help you out as you learn how to jump. Happy jumping!